Freddie, can you tell me just a little bit overall how training camp is going for Manny?
He's going really well. We peaked the other day. We boxed 12 rounds, and from here on out, now we're going to start tapering off a little bit, and we'll go 10 rounds today, 8, 6, 4, and then that'll be our last sparring for the fight, and then we leave for Las Vegas on Monday, and we're all going to get in our cars and drive to follow each other to Las Vegas, and pretty much same drill as usual.
Freddie, we heard that Manny has been very fast. How have you seen him throughout these years? Have you seen him slowing down, or how have you seen him?
I made a deal with Manny a long time ago. I said, Manny, when your work ethic slows down and you're not working as hard as you always do, I said, I'm going to ask you to retire, and he says, and I will retire, but that hasn't came yet. I mean, like, we did 12 rounds of mitts 2 days ago, and the entire workout was about 4 hours long. He was on his toes the whole time. He had a little cramp in his leg a little bit, but he didn't. He says it hurt a little bit. Okay, let's just let it rest a little bit. Put some ice on it. No, I have to jump rope. I says, you want to jump rope? You had a sore leg and you want to jump rope. So he's the same man as always. He got his way and he jumped. He did at least a half hour more that day than I wanted him to, but he's in great shape, and for a 40-year-old guy, I'm telling you, he's really impressed me.
Freddie,
I retired at 27, and I mean, like, because I was old back then at 27, but Pacquiao is still going. He's as good as ever, I think.
Yeah, he's still very competitive. And at 40 years old, why do you think he's like that? Do you think it has to do with genetics or his discipline? What do you think?
His discipline's unbelievable. He's always been like this. So he's always been a very busy person and always wanting to do more. If it's on the basketball court or it's in the ring, it doesn't matter. And then, like, we always made a deal, like, 2 weeks before the fight, no more basketball. So basketball is stopping now, and they're playing a little more darts. It's a much better game for me, at least, because I don't want him to overtrain.
What's the most dangerous thing about Broner?
Broner, he's pretty dangerous right hand. He has good power in the right hand, and I think the most dangerous thing is that, you know, he idolizes Mayweather for so long, and they're not getting along. Mayweather talk bad about him somewhere, and you know, I think that the winner of this fight could get him in his next fight. You know, nothing official yet, but I mean, it would be, because why did Mayweather fight that fight? To get back in the public eye? I think so. So I think he could be available next, but I would like to see that. But I just hope it happens, because I was very disappointed in the first Mayweather fight.
I was going to ask you that same thing. How much does that loss bother you?
It does bother me. You know, the thing is, we went into the fight, and you know, Manny told me in the fourth round, he said, I'm done. My shoulder hurts so bad. He couldn't throw it anymore. And, you know, at that point, it was just like, you know, all right, you know, just don't hurt yourself, you know, and just, he was just going through the motions and so forth. And I says, you know, I wish that, you know, we had done surgery or fixed that shoulder first, so it didn't blow out, but it did blow out in the fourth round. And then he did have surgery after the fact, and it seems very well now, and he doesn't have no complaints, and his shoulder seems to be very, very good now. So that's why I hope that maybe we get this guy one more time, and he can see the real Manny Pacquiao.
Freddie, which you're very close to Manny. Which defeat do you think bothered him the most, Mayweather or Marquez?
Well, Marquez would have bothered most people in the world, but Manny Pacquiao, he knows that getting knocked out and losing is part of a sport that he's in, and he accepts it better than anybody. That's why somebody said, Freddie, why'd you put him in such a tough fight right after that one fight where he got knocked out? I says, because he understands that this happens in the sport, and it's part of the sport, and it doesn't affect him at all mentally. I mean, he knows it can happen, and unfortunately, it did happen that night, and it didn't go our way. But it's funny because we're actually one punch of it going the other way. We're so close, But just if he hadn't stepped on his foot and lost his balance, he wouldn't get hit with that shot. But the thing is, he did, and that's it. But the thing is, so Manny, getting knocked out from Manny, like some people like me, when I got knocked out for the first time, I was devastated. My life, I was never the same. Manny, it doesn't really. He knows it's part of the sport and he accepts it well, and that's why I think that's why he's so efficient still in this game.
As far as when he heard that Marquez was retiring, was he upset?
It's funny because Marquez came to my gym to do a little interview before his retirement, and he invited me and so forth, and I just said I can't go without Manny to his retirement, but a little disappointed. But again, we can't dictate what other people do.
Excellent. Thank you so much.